Hi, it's Whitney from EcoVeganGal.com, and this video is about healthy weight loss. If you've been following me since I started my website back in October of 2008, or if you've ever looked back on my past photos or videos, you've probably noticed that I've changed a lot. I have lost some weight over time, and I get a lot of questions about how I did it and what I'm eating and any advice that I have for other people. This video is meant to be more inspirational rather than educational. I actually plan to do a whole video on how to lose weight at a healthy pace, but I wanted to start this first one with how I did it, my personal journey. My weight has been a struggle for most of my life, like most women. I had a lot of body issues growing up, especially in high school and college.
My name is Whitney and we're having lunch at a pizza restaurant.
It was just always a struggle. I didn't know why I didn't feel comfortable in my body, why I didn't feel good, and why I didn't look good. At least I didn't think I looked good. I was doing the, slim fast drinks and the protein shakes and I can't even remember. I even tried like hunger suppression pills. I was getting all the magazines out there and doing the exercises and all of that, and just nothing seemed to work, and I didn't understand why. I tried counting calories and eating low fat, and it just wasn't making sense for me. It was very frustrating, and no wonder I kind of developed an eating disorder, because I just couldn't figure out what was going on with my body and why I didn't like it. When I became a vegetarian, I quickly lost a lot of weight. So I just gave up meat and fish and all animal flesh. And I couldn't believe how the pounds just started to shed off. I was receiving compliments all the time. And about 6 months after that, I decided to go vegan. So I also gave up dairy and all the forms of animal products in my diet. And I just felt and looked amazing. It was a huge difference. It was the first time in my life that I actually felt good about the food that I was eating and how it was affecting my body. I felt like for once in my life, I didn't have to count calories or fat. I didn't have to think about what I was eating. I could just eat vegan and feel good about it. But over time, I started to gain the weight back. And again, I was really confused. I didn't get it. The problem was that I was eating a lot of processed foods. I thought anything was good as long as it was vegan. Even French fries and non-dairy ice creams and chocolates and baked goods and pizzas and all of that. I mean, there's so many incredible vegan options out there. And I thought because I had lost weight by going vegan, that I would continue to maintain a healthy weight. It wasn't until I stopped eating gluten and soy that the puffiness in my body started to come down again. And it wasn't even just the way I looked, it was the way I felt. My whole body just felt lighter. It wasn't just about the weight, it was about how everything was working inside. My digestion got so much better. I no longer had stomach aches or digestive problems. I rarely have gas anymore. All these things that were problems that I just kind of accepted as the way I looked and felt turned out that it was a result of a sensitivity to gluten and soy. The next step was starting to limit my intake of sugar, oil, and salt. Those foods I was learning were not interacting with my body very well. So by reducing those as well, I again started to feel even better. And again, everything about me started to look better. My skin cleared up more than you could believe. I really don't have trouble with acne ever. And again, my energy levels went up. We often rely on sugar to give us energy, but believe it or not, taking a lot of sugar out of your diet will make you feel more energetic because of the way our body processes it. While my diet may seem restricted or limited to a lot of people, it's really just a matter of perspective. I think that our perspective on diets in America especially are really skewed. There are so many options. There's so many ways to combine all these different foods. If you go into the produce and bulk section of a really good natural market, you'll be blown away by the amount of variety there. I'm always seeking out different types of vegetables and grains and switching up the type of nuts that I have and sea vegetables. I love things like sauerkraut and kimchi for their probiotic factor. I love having different types of herbal teas. I don't count calories, and I pretty much eat as much as I want, and Yeah, I eat a lot of food. The food that I'm eating is really nutrient dense, so it tends to fill me up and I'm very satisfied. And I also, eat throughout the day. I learned to look at these foods as fuel for my body, as nutrition, so that I could feel good from the inside out. Everything that's happening inside started to look good externally as well. And these foods just begin to taste better over time. My palate started to change. I no longer really want sugary foods or oily foods or salty foods because I've learned how to cook whole foods in a way that is really healthy for me and became flavorful. Listening to my body has also been really key. I realized looking back on my childhood and my teens that I didn't know how to listen to my body. I was really thinking about what other people were telling me to do, what my friends were doing. But I realized a lot of people didn't even really understand it either. They were just trying things out of desperation because they wanted to look a certain way. Another key for me is appreciating my body no matter how it looks. I think as women we develop a sense of body dysmorphic disorder where we never feel satisfied with our bodies, and that's just not okay. It's not going to create a healthy mental space. So on a daily basis, I really try to just love my body and look in the mirror and appreciate the way it is right now and realize that ultimately it's how I feel physically and mentally that's going to make the biggest difference for me. The more I have a positive outlook on the world, I just have this energy and this glow that's emanating from me because I feel so good inside, not just physically, but spiritually, emotionally as well. It's also very important for me not to feel guilty. If every once in a while, if I want to add some salt to a dish, I do. It's a very minimal moderation for me. Same with sugar. I pretty much ruled out all refined sugars, even a lot of unrefined sugars I don't usually have. My main sweeteners tend to be dates and stevia. But if I want to have something that happens to have some cane sugar in it, I will. And I'll have it infrequently, and I'll have it in small amounts. So I don't really worry about those moments because it's not worth that stress that it's putting into me internally. Same thing with oil. If I want to add some olive oil to a dish or coconut oil, I will, because the debate's kind of still out on really how those are working with our body. Everybody has a different opinion. Working out, of course, is very important to maintaining a healthy physique. For me, it changes a lot. I've never really been able to stick to one form of exercise. I really love yoga. Right now I've been taking dance classes. I love dancing. I take hip hop dance, and that is just the best feeling for me. I can really see my body starting to sculpt into shape, my muscles starting to be more defined. But just simple things like walking. Choosing to walk or bike somewhere instead of driving can make a huge difference. Taking the stairs instead of taking the elevator. I'm always looking for ways to add in a little bit more exercise into my life, and that really just makes me feel better. I've done so many different cleanses over time, and they've been great for a small period of time, but the long-term effects I haven't really felt have made a huge difference for me. I've tried the master cleanse, which is really hard on your body, so I probably don't want to ever do that one again. I've done all sorts of various liquid cleanses. I've dabbled in the raw food diet a lot, but that one has been really challenging for me. I know a lot about it. I have a lot of great raw food books, but it just always seems to be a little bit more on the expensive side and the time-consuming side, so I haven't quite figured out how to balance it financially and with my schedule. However, I think the raw food diet is a really great way to maintain a healthy weight because you're eating such fresh, unprocessed foods that don't have any refined sugars in them, that use very high quality oils and salts. Everything's high quality in the raw food diet, no chemicals. All of those things that can contribute to adding on weight into your body are pretty much non-existent in the raw food diet. It's very important for me to be open to all sorts of perspectives and studies out there because I don't feel like there's just one answer, and the answer for me right now may be very different from the answer for me in a year from now. I'm still on a journey for figuring out my body. I may never be completely satisfied with it, but I make it a point on a daily basis to appreciate who I am and what I look like, and where I've come from, how I can improve, and the successes that I've achieved. I would really love to hear about your own journey to a healthy weight. What does that mean for you? What have been your successes and your failures? What lessons have you learned? The best way to share that would be with a video response, but if you're unable to do a video response or too shy, you can always leave a comment right here on YouTube or at ecovegangal.com. If you have any questions about losing weight or maintaining a healthy weight, please let me know here. I would love to incorporate that all into the educational video that I have planned. I would love you to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you're the first to know when I have a new video. You can stay tuned for all the healthy recipes that I have and various tips on the healthy and sustainable lifestyle. You can follow me on Facebook and Twitter, where I do post on a almost hourly basis. And of course, visit ecovegangal.com. Thank you so much for watching and for all of your amazing comments and conversations throughout the whole eco-vegan world. You have taught me so much. I learn on a daily basis amazing things from people like you. So please continue communicating. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.